This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Eileen Prohoda from the Lansing School District. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We have the video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Ben Schuldener, and I'm the superintendent of the Lansing School District. It gives me great honor and privilege to nominate Eileen Prohoda to the Excellence in Education Award. Eileen is a consummate professional. As the head of the special ed program at Lansing, she helps to serve over 2,000 students to get what they need in order to be successful in school. Eileen has worked tirelessly, working hours and hours to make sure that all of the services for our children are top-notch and that our kids get supported. I was so happy to be able to nominate Eileen for her incredible work for all of the wonderful students of Lansing.
Oh, it's so nice.
What goes through your mind when you see that?
Well, I just feel so honored, particularly to be nominated by the superintendent, and especially somebody like Mr. Schuldener, Superintendent Schuldener, who has such a wealth of experience in education. It's just such an honor. It leaves you a little bit speechless.
Well, as director of special educations, you had made some significant positive, quantifiable improvements in your district in a short time. So tell me a little bit about what you've done to achieve this.
Well, one of our priorities has been making sure that all of our special education students are accounted for, making sure that all of their services are brought up to date and that their IEPs are current and accurate and reflect the needs of the student. So we have put a lot of effort into making sure that every single student is recognized and acknowledged, and parents are contacted, students are involved in that process of working on their individualized education plans to develop them and be involved in identifying the needs of those students, and then following up to make sure that those students get the services that they need.
It's really bringing the students back front and center, right?
It is. It is all about the students. I come back to that over and over again when people ask me, how do you keep going? How do you just go in every day and start fresh? And I say, well, it's because it's about the kids. It's always about the kids. And whenever there might be a disagreement or a difference of opinion about something, I always come back to, it's about the student. Let's think about what's best for the student. And then things just become very clear to me.
What do you wish people knew about special education?
I wish that they knew what a team effort it is. There is not one single person who makes or breaks that team. You have everybody from special education teachers and resource room teachers, occupational therapists, physical therapists, social workers, speech and language pathologists, paraprofessionals. It is just a cohesive team, and we all just work together. And I think that's one of the great things about special education is that in order to be productive and get results, you have to work as a team. And I'm so proud of Lansing educators because in the special education department, they are always stepping up. They are always going the little bit extra to do what they need to do for kids. And that's one of the reasons I love working in Lansing so much. I continue to say that Lansing has some of the best educators that I have ever worked with. They are just so committed to the community, so committed to Lansing.
And as a special education teacher, you're working with not only other teachers, but the families, the students. You don't have just a regular classroom that you go to. How is that different than say, a regular teacher?
Well, I think I always say a special educator has to have a little bit of knowledge about everything. You might be working with math or reading, science, social studies. Special education is also one of the few disciplines that reaches every single part of the district. We work with students who are English language learners. We work with students who are in adult transition programs, our career and technical education programs. So there isn't any area that special education doesn't touch. So you kind of become a little bit of an expert in just about everything, which is wonderful, but it can also be a little bit stressful.
And I understand that you work with the students in different ways too, like you take them outdoors, you do different things with students. Talk about that.
Yeah, we have had some opportunities to take our students up to Camp Ebersol, which is a outdoor nature facility that is owned by Lansing School District. It is an amazing facility about an hour north of here, and it has just so many incredible opportunities. The kids can do archery and learn about nature and go fishing and canoeing. It does even have overnight quarters there for long-term camping trips. And it is just, when kids go out there, they just forget about all of the things the stresses that they might be facing back at home or in school, because they have this whole new way of learning. You know, it's not so much about sitting in front of textbooks or smart boards. It's more about going in nature walks and learning about survival skills and some things that they may have never encountered, you know, to see a student catch a fish for the first time or get in a canoe for the first time and realize that they can paddle the boat across the lake. It is, I had a student who got to do archery for the first time, and just to see them engage and that spark in their eyes, and they want to do more, they want to learn more, and you know, they come back and they go, gosh, I want to learn more about bugs or outdoor animals or how to go fishing or how to boat, you know, just that curiosity that gets sparked when they get in the different environment is so much fun. And I love being outdoors. So of course, it's fun for me too, which is a perk.
Fast forward 20 years from now, you run into a former student. What do you hope that they say about their experience in your classroom?
My hope is always that they just remember something that they learned, and that they remember that they learned to love learning in my classroom. That they go, wow, I remember, it's not so much about remembering me personally, but maybe remembering a project we did that stuck with them, that they carried on to them to say, wow, I learned so much about science when we did the project about, you know, for science fairs, or about social studies when we made models of maybe different wars or different historical events. And they go, I learned so much about that time period from that time that we engaged in that project or that activity. Those are the things that I want them to take with them, and that curiosity, I want them to remember, you really sparked my curiosity or my love of learning, and I took that with me throughout my life. That's what I want them to remember.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You are going to make me cry.
Eileen from the Lansing School District receives a $2,000 check from the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Award sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $27 billion to public education since 1972.